UFC 314 takes place in Miami, Florida. Let's speed run the card because I don't trust my voice to make it through a regular podcast. So here we go. Starting off with the featherweight title, we have Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes. Give me Alexander Volkanovski. Just can't envision Diego Lopes being champion. Volk has only lost Islam and to Ilya. Really, I mean, I think he's coming back. Long time off. Volk will reclaim the title. Next fight, Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett. I'm going with Paddy Pimblett. Just can't reasonably pick Michael Chandler. Sorry, brother. I think the UFC would want Paddy Pimblett to win. He's a rising superstar. Move up the rankings just makes sense. Next one, Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. Patricio Pitbull is entering the UFC pretty late on in his career. I think Yair gets this done. A pretty slept on featherweight. Also, a lot of scrap between him and Diego. Could see that matchup coming to fruition in the next couple of cards now. Bryce Mitchell, Gene Silva, Demon versus Demon. I got the Demon wearing the glasses. I like the Fighting Nerds a lot. I think Gene Silva will win this fight. Early knockout, maybe. We saw Bryce Mitchell get knocked out by Josh Emmett. Could see a similar thing happening here. Next, Nikita Krylov versus Dominic Reyes. Give me the underdog once again. Only underdog I picked so far, so Dominic Reyes. But I like Dominic Reyes. Think he comes back. He's been on a nice fight win streak. I like the under here as well. Dan Ige versus Sean Whitson. Give me Dan Ige, underdog city. I just feel like Dan Ige is a well-established fighter. I think he can get this done. He's coming off 2 losses. It's kind of ride or die time for Dan Ige. Next, Yan Jianan versus Janaroba. This is a women's fight. As I learned last card, anything can happen in women's fights, so just bet the underdog. I like Yan Jianan, though. She fought Wei Li, not close, but she stayed alive somehow when, I don't know how she did that, so I'm going with Yan Jianan. Jandaroba's older, too. Jim Miller versus Chase Hooper. Don't love anything here except for this to go the distance. I think the over. I think Jim Miller can make this fight last. Obviously, Chase Hooper will probably win. Cedric Dumas versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Give me Cedric Dumas. I'm just kind of fading Electric. He's lost a lot of the last couple of fights. Don't trust him him at all as a fighter. Sumajiru versus Mitch Raposo. Don't really love anything here. I like this to end early, though. Under maybe Trayshawn Gore versus Marco Tulio. Same thing. Last fight, the women's bantamweight division. Anything can happen here, but I do like Nora Cornorley versus taking down Haley Cowan. She's more well-established, better resume, should win, but once again, it's women's MMA, so who knows? Official Dubcast picks for UFC 314. We got Dumas moneyline plus 160 against Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Should be a lock there. Gore, Tulio, and Reyes, Krylov under rounds parlay. Both should be early knockouts. This card is crazy. Should be a lot of knockouts early on. Next, Jianan moneyline. Putting a lot of trust in her. I just think she can get this done. Pretty good odds for her as an underdog. Jianan, Jandarova, Volk, Lopes, Miller, Hooper, over on rounds parlay. Think all those could potentially go the distance as well. Last one, Volk and Yair, moneyline parlay. Bring the featherweight division back to where it was before. So thank you for watching.